me loving. I need your loving. Cause I'm drowning in something and I can't come out. Just show me loving. I need loving. Me, myself, ain't enough. It's like being a dog to a crushing heart. I want you to know how bad it hurts. You got me beside along my heart. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do. Oh, 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 are you dreaming of me now? The way I do.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome to the 2024 Richie Dwyer Over 35s League Final between Rosslare Rangers and Enniscorthy. My name is Adam Doyle and I'm joined by Joe Doyle. Not related.
Not related, thank God.
Joe, I think we're going to be in for another good game. If it's anything by last week's game, I know in the cup final, look, Enniscorthy were comfortable winners in the end, but two decent sides by the looks of it on paper, a couple of changes to both sides.
Yeah, I just go through the starting teams there. Rosslare have made a change in goal. Stephen Cogley, Mark Furlong, Kyle Newmack, Paul Culleton, Willie Halligan is starting, Derek Flood, Liam Hutton, Mick Burke, Steve Cooper, Richie Mason, Brian Morris. Now that's numbered 1 to 11, but I don't know if they're starting or not. But that's what they've given us. In the Scotty, Lee Murphy, Rory O'Connor, Fenwick O'Shea, James Carty, Alan Freeman, Johnny Dwyer, Merton Keown, Marty Kelly, Glenn Fortune, Emmett Quirk, Mikey Dempsey.
I promised him, Joe, as well, I give him a public apology because for some reason, even though I know the man for years, for the whole game last week, I called James Kelly, so they didn't do too bad when I was calling him James Kelly. Maybe I should keep it going for this game as well. But look, I think what if you were, I suppose, the Rosslare manager, Joe, what would you have been saying to your boys coming out after taking the defeat they took last week in the cup final?
I'd probably be telling them that we can't play as bad as what we did, but that's looking at it from their point of view. Did they play bad? Were they allowed to play at all?
But that's...
I just think Enniscorthy set the tempo from minute one, and they dictated the game and the way the game was being played. So now I can see apologies there on the live stream. The 1 to 11 from Rosslare that I called out is not the starting team. So
yeah, I can see a couple of changes there, definitely. Aaron Kehoe's wearing 22 is starting. I see number 12, Emmett Byrne, who was superb last week, is starting. So
Emmett, Stephen Moore, number 17, is starting as well. And number 14, Paul Boyce, is back to play up front.
Yeah.
Paul is the less talented of the Boyce brothers. His brother Derek. Derek played until last year, and Derek is actually up in Electric Picnic today rather than here support the team. So.
And I know Enniscorthy, just looking at their team, a couple of changes obviously with their team as well, that have started with a very, very strong side. The only one I can see missing from their squad altogether today is Ricky Fox. I know he picked up a bit of a knock last night playing football, but I heard he's another one that's up partying in Electric Picnic. So
yeah, well, they're not really weakened. They have Emmett Quirks after coming into the team there, so, and Johnny Dwyer starting as well. So
yeah, and James Carty, in fairness, didn't start last week either. Do you know what I mean? So they're definitely not weakened whatsoever with any change. You even look at the Enniscorthy bench and look at, again this week, the bookies have them as massive favourites. And look, a different game again this week, and I can see, obviously, look, Rosslare will be out to make amends for what happened last week. I think Rosslare need to maybe try stay solid for the first 10. They conceded early on last week, John.
Like we said on comms there last week, Rosslare are going to have to keep it tight for as long as they can. But I think in Paul Boyce up front tonight, they do have a focal point, someone that will look to hold that ball up and get lads into play. So
the game is underway here. Rosslare in their Rosslare Rangers in their normal navy and yellow, shooting from left to right. Enniscorthy in their black and red, from right to left. Straight away, it's Rosslare who get on the ball and they're going to look to push this one early. Mark Furlong. Aaron Kehoe with an early ball in. Good shout from the keeper there, Lee Murphy. Just lets James Carty know that he's coming for that one. I think Rosslare have just put random numbers on their backs, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
because they're number 12, 8 and 10 are in their back line, so I think they're just trying to muddle us up and make it as hard as they can for us, if anything.
they're trying to confuse those lads on comms here. So
Yeah, an early ball for Enniscorthy, looking to create a chance nice and early. Recycled really, really well. Back out to Johnny Dwyer, who was really, really good when he came into the game last week, so he'll be looking to have the same type of impact this week. Ball clipped in. Stephen Cogley comes and gets 2 good fists to it, in fairness. That's one of the changes I've seen the Rosslare team this week, so you can see Stephen Cogley coming in to replace Dara Hayes, who is named in the squad, so I suppose just a little bit of a difference now. Stephen Cogley, I would have played with Stephen in many development squads and county teams coming up through the years, and he's a superb goalkeeper. Came back to Rosslare Rangers at the end of the season, sort of only this year with their men's first team as well.
I'm personally surprised by that one now, because I thought Dara Hayes was exceptional in a goal last week. Even though they did as a team, they copped up 5. I thought Dara fingertipped 3 or 4 wonderful saves.
Yeah,
of them, so.
No, you're dead right. Without Dara last week, it definitely could have been more. And I don't know, maybe there was an agreement already, Joe, that maybe they'd play 1 game each when they knew they were in 2 finals. But
maybe it's a tactical thing tonight. Maybe they're trying something different tonight than they did last week. So
wind has calmed down a little bit here, Joe. It's not as windy as it was in the first game.
No, the wind is it's calmed down a bit.
The sun is starting to peek through the clouds here as well, so lovely conditions for a game of football. And as we mentioned for the first game as well, obviously the conditions here at Curracloe are perfect. Their pitches are always in really decent nick, so big shout out to everyone here at Curracloe for hosting the both finals today. And
just a shout out to our cup sponsor tonight as well, Diskin Design. Paul Diskin at Diskin Design. Paul also designed the match programme for us, so any website designs or anything you need printed off, Paul Diskin is the man to contact.
And Enniscorthy looking to build down the right hand side, but that one is just a little bit too long and it's gone out over the line. It'll be a goal kick to Rosslare. And
Adam, while there's a break and play there, and I'd like to mention the companies that put ads in the programme for Enniscorthy. Best of luck to Enniscorthy in the final, from the Cooney Furlong Grain Company, Fine Edge Design, and Pawlished. It's Pawlished Pooches, Eddie Carty in Enniscorthy. And for Rosslare, their sponsor of the programme for them tonight is Glen Fuels.
Long ball there from Enniscorthy or down towards Rosslare, but Rosslare started well. They're moving the ball nicely, in fairness.
Yeah, they started a bit brighter now than they did last week.
Stephen Moore there in the midfield, and I think Stephen, if I'm right, played out wide for the very start of the game last week, but he started in the middle this week.
They dropped him into the middle tonight instead.
Himself and Mark Furlong in the middle there, so opportunity here now for Rosslare to get their big lads forward and maybe thinking to get them on the end of this.
See Emmett Byrne here has gone forward from the back there, so.
And in fairness, Emmett had a great game last week, Joe. We commented on it a couple of times. He made some great blocks. That's a good ball in.
No one there.
Unfortunately for Rosslare, no one there. And in fairness, the defenders sort of hesitated. They weren't sure if there was a keeper coming. And Enniscorthy will look to break now, carried out by James Carty. Gets the ball out wide. Great ball into the feet. Lovely football there, was straight into the feet of Glenn Fortune. And Enniscorthy are moving it well now again, but that one has gone out over the end line. It's going to be a corner kick this time, first corner of the game. An opportunity for Enniscorthy to get the ball in the box. Looks going to be Fenwick O'Shea is going to go across and swing this one in.
This is where Rosslare need to be switched on now from set pieces, because
Enniscorthy have a couple of big lads there. You look at it, say Marty Kelly, who got his name on the score sheet last week, James Carty, so
Emmett Cork in there as well. Emmett starting tonight. He wasn't around for the game last week.
Good defence there. All the way back to Alan Freeman to rebuild. This one is pinged out wide left to Bert McKeown. Ball back to Fortune, whips it in, but that one is just a little bit too high.
Too high for Glenn Fortune there.
It's good hassling by Rosslare and to win that one back and knock it down the line. They were looking to get Paul Boyce on the end of that one, but I think it'll be important for Paul that when Rosslare do get the ball forward to him, that the wide players that they have there at the moment in Aaron Kehoe and Derek O'Connor, that they get up and give him that support, because there's only going to be so long with players like Enniscorthy having the back line around him that he's going to be able to hold that up without losing it. So it's going to be really important that he's well supported.
Yeah, Doc and Derek are going to, Doc and Aaron there are going to have to get forward quick there to support.
It's a good ball in, but well cleared there by Rosslare's number 10, Richie Mason. Lovely dink ball back in. Offside flag is definitely coming. And Stephen Cogley, I think the line was waiting for him to touch it. He would have put his offside flag up, but
that's the one part of that rule that irritates me.
Yeah, just the waiting game.
It's a waiting game.
Wait for the player to put the ball in the net and then do it.
Wait on someone to get badly broke up and then put the flag up.
Yeah, that's what you're running.
Not having a go at our linesman now,
No.
but it's the rule in general.
Yeah.
It's a terrible rule.
Stephen Cogley went long with that one, looking to find one of his Rosslare Rangers men, but Enniscorthy have won it back and they look to build down the left hand side. Quite happy, knock the ball from left to right and wait for the spaces to appear.
Yeah, he's looking for that ball down the line there again.
Yeah, and in fairness to Alan, he done it plenty of times last week and it worked really, really well. But so far, Rosslare have had the answers for it. Enniscorthy now look to...
Now Marty Kelly will have a shot. No, straight at...
Good safe hands, in fairness, by Stephen Cogley.
Straight at him, but he held on to it. That's
Stephen
coming out here.
looks to find Aaron Kehoe, but that one's just a little bit long, just too much on it, and Aaron couldn't get on the end of it, but the right idea.
Right idea. Ross in the Scotty looking to go quick again.
Yeah, in fairness, last week, even after all the goals that went in, the pace of the game was kept high. And that's what Enniscorthy are definitely going to look to do again. They're going to push high. Spoke to James Carty before the game, and he sort of said they were going all out to start as strong as possible with their team today and try to do what they done last week and get an early goal and kill the game early.
Yeah, they want the same result as last week. They want that Rosslare on the back foot from the half.
Has there ever, Joe, previous to now, has the double been done?
Yes, the double was done the first year.
First.
Timon won the cup and the league, but the double was also done a couple of years ago. Rosslare actually won the shield and they won the league trophy.
Okay.
So,
good ball in here. First chance for Enniscorthy. Oh, an absolutely superb last ditch challenge there. An absolutely superb challenge there. That probably definitely.
that was a goal.
Stop-
That was a goal.
yeah.
I think that
Yeah. It was Mark Furlong there getting
Mark
himself
Furlong.
into the right position in fairness.
they call Mark the Mexican.
The Mexican.
The Mexican Furlong.
This one is dinked in again. And that man there again to pick up the pieces, Mark Furlong. Yeah, space in front of him if he can carry it. Ball out wide left. Touch was just not right. Just not right there by Andy Byrne. This ball is dinked over, and again Rosslare do well to cut that one out. Down the left hand side here, Lee Murphy comes off his line. That's a great clearance against the wind.
I have to say we're only a few minutes in, but it's been a brighter start from Rosslare compared to last week.
Yeah, much better. And in fairness, if I'm not mistaken, by this stage last week, Enniscorthy had scored. Joe, if I'm right, or how many do you have?
Yeah.
It was about 7 or 8 minutes into the game last week when they had scored.
Yeah, it is. 8 minutes gone here. They scored 8 minutes into the game last week as well. So
yeah.
Mark McKeown pouncing after a mistake at the back.
Yeah.
So,
but no, a much brighter start from Rosslare. They look like they're going to be looking to move the ball. Plenty of football in them as well, in fairness. I think you mentioned to me, Joe, that game they lost last week was the first game that actually lost all year.
Yeah, they'd been unbeaten before that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, so
they're no slouches either, but
good ball into the box.
They came up against a top quality side last week, so. Rosslare are happy here to try and slow things down, which they didn't do last week. And we did say it on comms last week that they should have tried to slow the game down and make the game disjointed, because Enniscorthy don't like that. So
yeah, Enniscorthy enjoy a free-flowing game of football at a pace where if Rosslare can slow it down a little bit, it'll frustrate them a little bit.
And I think Rosslare fell into that trap last week that they tried to match up Enniscorthy and tried to play football against them for the whole match.
Yeah, it was a good challenge by Stephen Moran there to stop Enniscorthy getting down that left-hand side. It'll be a throw into Enniscorthy deep into the Rosslare half and an opportunity to create something here.
Mikey Dempsey goes back to Johnny Dwyer.
Fenwick Gaucher on it now. Mikey Dempsey again. Looks to cut back in. Great set of
stand
feet.
up.
Cut back. That one's hooked away, but it's only hooked away as far as Johnny Dwyer. Danger not quite gone. Fenwick Gaucher on the ball. Ball into the feet of
Emmett Quirk.
Yeah. Nice little dink, but no shout from the keeper, so it'll continue. Alan Freeman had a great game at the back last week for Enniscorthy.
He's wearing the Shamrock Rover socks again at 2RC tonight.
Yeah.
You can take the boy out of town, but you won't take the club out of him.
That's it.
That was a good last ditch tackle there.
That man again, he started like he did last week, Emmett Byrne.
Yeah,
numerous times.
Emmett Byrne there. Glenn Fortune had a half chance there if that hadn't been cleared. Mark Furlong on the ball again. He's seen a lot of the ball early on there.
Shouts for a free, but nothing comes. Ball finds its way to Aaron Kehoe. Aaron scored a good goal last week. In fairness, we could see what the idea was there. Unfortunately, the fullback hadn't.
And a shout out to our two sponsors again tonight, Culleton's Bar in Kilran and the White House Bar in Enniscorthy. And I've been told that the Enniscorthy lads will actually be going back to the White House Bar tonight. So
after enjoying their night at the Fla last week.
So Nicky Murphy will be happy to have him back there tonight, I'm sure.
He'll be hoping that they'll be celebrating the double, and he'll be celebrating the double himself, obviously, as the manager. So
yeah.
I suppose we talked earlier on, Joe, about what would you be saying to Rosslare and what can do different this week. And I suppose it would have been just as tough, I suppose, for Nicky, because Nicky would have had to make sure that the boys, after an easy 5-2 win, you could say last week, that they don't get complacent and they take this one with the same type of seriousness that they did last week.
They have to be on their game again, don't they? And they can't take nothing for granted.
Yeah, exactly. And judging by how strong they've went out with their starting 11, obviously it just shows how serious they are taking it. An opportunity here.
Kirk with a shot.
A great save by Stephen Cogley. Got down low.
That there. They're not. Rosslare definitely slowing it down here now. He's taking as long as he can with the kickouts.
Which long ball towards Aaron Kehoe. Referee gives a free against Mark Furlong.
Don't mind that. I'd like to see that.
No, and in fairness, again, he said the ball was there. The ball was there, but unfortunately for Mark that time, when he got the ball, he was already after taking the player first, I think.
Just give a quick shout out to a good friend of mine there, Stephen Waters, known as the Boss from Feathered. Play Astro with him there on a Friday night. He would have played over 35s for me with Duncannon there for the last 7 or 8 years. He's eagerly watching, and he said he really enjoyed Adam's commentary last week on the 2 games. But he was a bit disappointed with mine, so I'll try and do a bit better tonight for you, boss. So it's great to see so many people tuning in and watching it. So
Look, it's good to see, because look, not everybody potentially can get out to games, but when you can put something live on the TV screen, you can throw it on while you're working away or at home, or if you're watching the telly, or opportunity there for Enniscorthy. But that one is blocked out again. And look, Joe, you mentioned again, but I just want to mention a much better start from Rosslare this week. They seem more assured in their play. I think their actual structure to their formation seems. Last week, I think Enniscorthy obviously were moving the ball at pace, and Rosslare were getting dragged from pillar to post a little bit, whereas Rosslare seem to be passing men on better this week. If the Enniscorthy man goes by him, they're not running after him, they're passing him to the next man.
Passing him back to the next man behind them. They seem to have a much better game plan this week. And the longer they can keep it at 0-0, the more of a chance I'd give them in this game.
Yeah. James Carty looking to step forward with this one, and there is going to be a free kick coming. This is roughly where
this is where the goal came from last week. So
it was Marty Kelly, wasn't it?
Marty Kelly last week.
He has the hand up for the football here again, so I'm sure Stephen Cogley, I know he was down at the game last week, and he would have seen that free kick, so I'm sure he'll be well versed on what Marty Kelly likes to do, and very similar position, so Stephen will have to make sure he has his wall set here. Referee gives him the signal that it's direct and that he is allowed to shoot, so Stephen has a 4-man wall set up. Referee just getting the wall back in place.
He'd want to be covered his left hand side post.
Yeah, I think he's put the wall all the way to the right, in fairness, so it's going to have to be good to get out around it. So Stephen, still a very agile keeper, he'll be well able to get across and cover it, I'm sure. Looks like it will be Marty Kelly. Long run up, strikes it well. Good save by Stephen Cogley on his closer side, but a very good save, and well struck again by Marty Kelly. Probably knew well enough that Stephen was waiting for him to go around the wall and said he'd change it up and put one to the opposite side. So
he took him by a little bit by surprise there. He went to the side Stephen was actually at. So
yeah, a good save from Stephen. That's a couple of good saves early in the game for him.
Yeah, we're about 15 minutes in now, and Rosslare would have to be happy with their start this week.
Yeah, exactly. And look, they haven't necessarily troubled Lee Murphy, but they've got themselves into spaces where they could potentially create something from. And if they're low ball in this time, and that's going to go harmlessly into the side netting. Stephen Cogley will have the goal kick and an opportunity to set Rosslare on their way again. like you said, Stephen Cogley and no rush with his kicks. And look, maybe it's right, as we said, it'll frustrate Enniscorthy a little bit, the game being that little bit slower. And the longer the game goes on and Enniscorthy haven't broken the deadlock, maybe it'll put doubts in their head and it'll increase the confidence. And a superb kicking from Stephen again. And
yeah, you need to try and disrupt these lads as much as you can. Last week, I think they had it all kind of relatively easy.
yeah, the early goal, I suppose, ruined Rosslare's plans, didn't it, last week?
Yeah, but they were a little bit naive. They kind of played the game plan to suit Enniscorthy. So but this week they're trying to make Enniscorthy play on their terms.
Oh, it's a gorgeous ball over the top by Marty Kelly, but
well covered though. He was covering it.
Stephen Moore in there, lovely ball through forward. Another man out over.
Doc O'Connor gave it a bit too much on that towards Paul Culleton there.
Wasn't. Rory O'Connor was onto it like a flash, in fairness. Great ball in, but that one is just pulled away a little bit by the wind. The wind is starting to pick back up again here at Curracloe, so you can see it taking a little bit of an effect on the deliveries that are coming into the box. Arnke Hall working very hard there. The ball's gone out, but ball over to the back post, nodded back down into the box, but again, that man, and we mentioned his name many times last week, Emmett Byrne, able to get the clearance away.
Yeah, he's the mainstay there in that defence, ain't he? He's kind of leading the four of them there.
Ball in, Stephen Cogley come out and commands his area really well. Rosslare will be delighted with him commanding his area like that. Gets the ball out to Arnke Hall. He gets it into Boyce's feet. Some lovely football by Ross there. Mark Furlong now, and he has Arnke Hall coming up around his outside, but ball in, and James Carty is bundled over. Seemed to be a thing of nothing, but referee seen it enough to give a free kick.
There was a little nudge in the back on that one there, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was. It was just a nudge in the back. It was, I think, to be honest, I don't think it was anything malicious in it. I think both players had their eyes on the ball and weren't aware that they were as close to each other. And Enniscorthy now building down the left-hand side, starting to go through the gears again. They'll be looking to try break the deadlock soon and take control of this game. Rosslare, though, have done really well.
No one over the side though.
Yeah, the one time Arnke Hall hadn't hugged the sideline.
Paul Boyce had pulled over to the far side looking for the ball.
Yeah. Rosslare, though, are much more compact this week. At times you can see it already, Arnke Hall and Doc pulling in on both sides and just making that middle area very hard to come through. There was plenty of times last week where Enniscorthy were just free to carry the ball through the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, it was a bit too easy at times from last week, wasn't it?
James Carty coming away with it, gets a great ball into Marty Kelly's feet. Marty will carry that.
Yeah, he's been pulling them back there. There's a little pull on the jersey.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, there's not much in it, but it has to be given. It's soft. I know at times that's what you're going to have to do. You're just going to have to stop the attack. Rory O'Connor trying to get out around, screaming at Marty Kelly to put him in, but an opportunity now to get a good ball into the box.
This is going to be floated into the back post, I'd imagine. They're all lined up there. No.
Puts it right in on top of the goalkeeper, and Stephen Cogley will deal with them all day.
He was trying something different there.
Yeah, Arnke Hall screaming for it down the right hand side. Stephen Cogley will deliver it down that way. It is 2v1, but a tough ball to deal with. Oh, Arnke Hall just tried to kill that one coming down out of the air, and harder said than done sometimes. But Rosslare of Enniscorthy pegged back into their own corner, but that's way too easy to come out there. But Arnke Hall's putting in the hard yards to try to get back and cover it off. Richie Mason down the right hand side does absolutely superb.
Good there. That was well worked by Richie there.
Arnke Hall, lovely ball into the feet of Mark Furlong. Mark Furlong gets it to Paul Boyce and tried to take on the man, but
you won't take on Alan Freeman like that.
No, not easily like that. You won't. In fairness, Alan has played at this level, of high level, a long time, and he just knew exactly what he was doing. He just put the one leg across Boyce's body and just was always going to be the winner of that one.
When he showed him the line, when the Rosslare fella showed him the line, he should have actually cut back in across the other way. It is a much better opening for Rosslare than last week, though.
Much better game.
This time last week they were 2-0 down, so
yeah, it's positives to take everywhere.
Yeah,
but that's a lovely touch inside, and again it's that man for Rosslare Derek O'Connor this time getting back to clean it up, and
Doc O'Connor spotted the danger there and made sure he was getting back to get rid of that ball.
it'll be a corner kick though, so danger not completely gone. We're looking for a better delivery this time. Last one going into the side netting. He's leaving this one down. It's going to be Mert McKeown to come over and take this one. Ball again into the front post, but hooked clear very well by Richie Mason. And in fairness, Rosslare so far, you have to say they've dealt with everything
They have.
that's been thrown at them. Stephen Cogley's had to make 1 or 2 saves off free kicks, but I think the Rosslare management will be quite happy so far with how things have went.
Bit too easy there to get around.
Yeah, McGushay just coasted by him, but that strike doesn't find the target. It's blocked by that man again, Mark Furlong. And Enniscorthy tried the opposite side this time, down the right hand side. Allowed time to come inside. Lovely turn by Marty Kelly, but again a very good challenge by Mark Furlong. The strike comes away this time, but it's high and wide, and opportunity again for Rosslare now to reset. I know Denny Carty's went in with Rosslare Rangers men's team down there. I don't know, maybe if the lads had Denny in there for no tactical session during the week, but
You'd wonder, wouldn't you?
yeah, to me they've definitely done work during the week on something, Joe. And now look, Joe, maybe last week, maybe conceding the early goal just ruined their whole game plan and they had to change to something different, but it's a much improved start of the game from Rosslare.
Yeah,
A credit to them, because it could have been very easy to come in here with the wrong attitude after taking a bit of a thumping last week, do you know what I mean?
they're trying to keep it compact this week and keep it tight, and they're not allowing Enniscorthy as much time on the ball this week as they did last week. So
22 minutes gone here, so still 0-0 here in Richie Dwyer over 35 league final. If you missed our first game, Curracloe Town picking up the league shield. An opportunity here for Mark Furlong, if he can find Aaron Kehoe down the right hand side. Returns the ball back in. Lovely touch, strike away, but that one's not going to trouble Lee Murphy in the goal too much. But positive from Rosslare again, creating chances, and Enniscorthy not having it all their own way.
that was a nice move out now. Nice one touch football there to try and get an opening. So Rosslare will definitely be the happier side with how the first 22 minutes have gone anyway.
I think what you'll find with Rosslare as well, I think this week, Joe, is last week when say Alan Farnham had the ball there were 2 men, 3 men going to press it, and obviously if there were 2, 3 men going pressing, then you were losing out in other places. But this week they're quite happy just to sit 5 yards off it and force them to find the gap. So it's definitely worked. And in fairness, the middle of midfield has been really good as well there at the moment. Mark Furlong's doing a savage job in there, keeping Marty Kelly somewhat quiet. Anytime Marty gets the ball last week, he had all the time in the world to turn and travel. This week he's right up him. He's not giving him an inch. So
In Enniscorthy don't like that. They don't like it when you're touch tight to them, as they say.
Mark Furlong again looking to go on the end of that one, but Enniscorthy win it back and they look to break, but another loose pass and comes as far as Aaron Kehoe, who was able to get it back inside to his fellow midfielder. But again, James Carty tries to come away with that one, doesn't have as much time as he thought on the ball and nearly loses out, but had enough time just to win it back and get it back to Alan Freeman. And Enniscorthy are going to try build down this left hand side again through Mikey Dempsey. Enniscorthy just being patient build up from him. Long ball over the top. Stephen Cogley comes, misses at the first attempt, but does pick it up at the second attempt. So
you can hear the Rosslare lads are constantly talking to each other, giving each other instructions there.
Yeah. Marty Kelly just getting on to Stephen Cogley that time. I think he said a little use of an elbow in there.
There'll be a break and play here now. See, one of the Rosslare lads has gone down there injured.
I do think when Stephen Cogley came that time, I think he banged into someone. It could be just maybe a bit of a dead leg, but
just a bit of an impact injury.
Yeah, but looks of it over there. Willie Halligan is getting tugged off, and it looks like it's going to be him who's going to come in.
Just while there's a break and play again, a big shout out to our over 35s league final sponsor, Diskin Design. Thanks to Paul for all his support over the last years. And the programme sponsors are Cooney Furlong Grain Company, Fine Edge Design and Polished Pooches for Enniscorthy, and for Rosslare's Glen Fuels. And on the live stream we have Cultons of Kilran and the White House Bar in Enniscorthy. So big thanks to everyone for the continued support.
Ball back into play now, and we're back underway. Ball back with Stephen Cogley. He looked to start another Rosslare attack.
They're not overly committing too many men forwards, even for the long kicks there.
No, that one was long and left and just kept in. I think it was going out of play, but then Enniscorthy man chose to keep it in. A little bit of danger here. Rosslare down the left hand side. And no advantage coming, and an opportunity here maybe to get a strike on goal.
Yeah, that was well worked by Willie Halligan there, who's after coming on.
Fairness, Willie done very well there. He went past the defender and took a bit of a knock as he was going by, and there was no advantage coming. So in fairness, the referee was right to call it back.
I think he's actually going to have a pop here himself with this one.
Yeah. Be an impact substitution, Joe, if you ever see him on his first touch of the ball wins the free, and the second touch puts one in the top corner. But it'll have to be something very special from this distance and from that position. In fairness, Lee Murphy in the goal, very good season goalkeeper there for Enniscorthy.
No, he
steps away
from it. Paul Culleton's going to hit it.
Left footed. Out around the wall.
No, that won't.
Yeah, if you're going to do something like that, it needs to be a lot more pace. It needs to be fizzed in. But
yeah, that's not going to trouble Lee Murphy in the goal.
No. Lee chooses to go long, but straight down the middle, and no Enniscorthy men around. Rosslare man heads it clear. James Carty knocks that one on.
No, the flag
Offside.
is up.
There's a flag is up. Johnny Dwyer's eyes lit up there. He was in. We mentioned it last week, Joe, and I suppose there's no harm in mentioning it again this week. If you're sitting at home and you're someone maybe who's over 35, and you say your club don't have a team in these competitions, you say you'd love to, don't be afraid to get in touch with the lads here, the Richie Dwyer over 35 on Facebook, and try a few extra teams in for next year, Joe.
We're after definitely. There's 3 or 4 lads contacted me on Messenger there earlier on the year. They had no club and we found them a club, so there's no issue that way. If you want to play, there'll be a club somewhere that'll take you, no problem.
That's really good work again in there from Rosslare.
Yeah, they're just not giving Enniscorthy as much time on the ball this week at all, are they?
No, it's good to see. It's made for a really, really competitive game. And Paul Boyce is working really, really hard in there for Rosslare. And Enniscorthy looking to build down this right hand side. Ball into Johnny Dwyer. And again, it was that man Mark Furlong putting his foot in.
Yeah, they're just not giving them. They're just every time they get the ball in, Enniscorthy get the ball, they're just a man in there.
Yeah, I think the referees that were given a free for that as well. I didn't see much in that one. If anything, Mark Furlong just stuck the foot in, but
I think he had a little nibble at him there when he had the ball. Enniscorthy are continually trying to force the pace of the game, trying to catch Rosslare unaware, but
Enniscorthy looking to build down the left hand side. That ball is put in behind the defence, but in fairness to Rosslere's number 8, Mick Burke, he came across and shored that one up very, very easy. I don't think, in fairness, Enniscorthy's Emma Quirk expected that one to quite go in behind the defence. He wasn't ready, he was on his heels.
Yeah, he was. It was taking a little bit too quick there for him.
Goal kick to come again from Rosslare, Stephen Cogley. Good kicking again from the Rosslare man. Flick on comes from Mark Furlong. Aaron Kehoe gets on the end of it, but just unfortunately couldn't make too much of it. And Enniscorthy quite happy to go short with the throw and build from the back again. Lee Murphy goes long with this one. Out to that right hand side, and the Enniscorthy man does win it, and it finds its way to the feet of Emma Quirk. Ball into the back, Johnny Dwyer's there. Again, very good defence stuff, Richie Mason, and there an opportunity now maybe for Rosslare to break. Ball finds its way out wide to Aaron Kehoe, into the feet of Mark Furlong, and back to Aaron Kehoe. And that one unfortunately comes off the outside of the right boot, and with that wind there, travels all the way. Lee Murphy has to come out and deal with it. With that window, in fairness, just one of those ones that skews off the outside of your foot that maybe you don't mean it whatsoever, and the keeper's caught flat-footed. And
Stephen Moran had made a run through the middle there, but Aaron just overhit the shot.
That one is cut out again.
Richie Mason has been solid there at the back tonight, hasn't he?
He's made a big difference in there. He's been superb. In fairness, there hasn't been something that's got by him yet, and there he is again. Just alert. It's the alertness. Oh. Not taking any risks. In fairness, there was no big shout had come from Stephen Cogley. So I suppose if you're centre half and you don't hear the shout from your keeper, you just deal with it yourself.
No, you're going to try and deal with it yourself, ain't you?
Yeah. Ball down the line again. Enniscorthy looking to build, looking to create something. Shouts from the Rosslare men for the ball being gone, but referee says play on. The ball finds its way to Paul Furlong. It was all the way back to Mick Burke that time, and he got it clear, but only as far as an Enniscorthy man. So Enniscorthy starting to turn the screw a little bit here and starting to put some pressure on. James Carty tries to poke that one forward, but it's cut out again.
Rosslare sitting in a bit deeper there the last couple of minutes there now.
And I guess, look, there's going to be times in the game where you're going to have to do that. You're just going to have to sit and you're going to have to defend and you're going to have to stay compact. And
the only danger with sitting too deep though is they will invite you in a score.
Yeah, there's only so much pressure you can take sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paul Boyce just took a knock there, took one for the team, but he's won aside a free kick and just an opportunity to settle things down again and get their shape back.
Rosslare will be glad of the reprieve here. He's looking for attention to come on there as well. So they're taking their opportunity here to slow the game down.
And might be smart tactics, might be just that's what this could be, a little bit of tactics, you know what I mean? Slow the game down, call someone in, get a little bit of treatment. And he did take a smack, but you see it plenty of times in games.
You have to try and slow down the opposition, don't you?
Yeah,
disrupt their game plan.
Yeah, and in fairness, I'm sure Paul won't want to go off, because in fairness he's had a very positive impact for us there so far. Stephen Cogley out just having a chat with all his backline, just telling them how well they're doing, and it's been a great start to the game. It's nip and tuck. You couldn't say there's been any really open opportunities for either side, really.
No, it's been a bit disjointed at times, so hasn't it? Rosslare are not letting the game flow as well as it did last week.
Exactly. So. Look at Enniscorthy, literally at times last week could sort of come and go as they pleased into the game. When they wanted to up to the gear, they upped to the gear. But this week so far, Rosslare have had the match from, in fairness, and it's great to see. It's making for a great league final so far. And
they'll be wanting this man back on the field anyway. They'll be wanting Paul Boyce back on the field.
And he is back on. That's a good header in. And again, just no one on the end of it. And then Enniscorthy now going to try break it quickly.
Just a little bit too close to the keeper, that was. He should have tried to head it back more across the goal.
Rory O'Connor tried to get Enniscorthy up the pitch quick there, but that one went out. It was cut out by Ross there again. Long ball down now towards Johnny Dwyer. Keeps it in on that right hand side. Recycles it back now. Again, a good tackle from the Rosslare man. In there, I think it was Willie Halligan, who's done well since he's come in.
The tackle count must be very high, I'd say, in Rosslare's favour, I'd say.
Yeah, and you can see Enniscorthy now, we're trying to push the tempo. They're not taking any breaks. They're up, and offside flag is up for this one. A couple of the Enniscorthy lads are giving out to the Pat over there, telling him he's put up his flag too early. He's saying the ball never got there, but
it's a no-win situation, is it?
It is, isn't it? Again, it'll be a free kick to us there. Not far off half time here now, Joe. 33 minutes gone in this first half, and Ross there will be more than happy if they could hang on to get in at half time at 0-0.
Oh, definitely. Even Cogley in the goal there hasn't really been tested too much either.
Hasn't, no, he's had one or two saves to make, but saves that a goalkeeper of Stephen's calibre you'd expect to make. And Ross there looking to build here now and being happy at 0-0, but if they could nab a goal here, they've got themselves into a very, very good chance here. And
this is kind of the chances they're going to have to try and take one of these.
Yeah, exactly. They went to rush and take that quick there, Stephen Moore, and Glad's just had a shout at him and told him to leave it over. And same man again, Paul Cullen's went over and placed it, so he'll be looking to maybe the left-footed strike.
Seems to be.
I think you might potentially see the way they're lining up. You might see Stephen Moore or someone roll it for the strike. Make the wall break. Strike does come. Deflection. Offside is coming. But little bit of I suppose a little bit of something different there from that free kick, and sometimes that's all it takes, you know what I mean, and push it wide and create the angle, push the ball out further than the wall.
Yeah, I'd be thinking when you're in that position there, you should definitely be testing the keeper though.
Yeah, you'd like to hit the target, in fairness.
This seems to be their game plan, that they're going to try and look to score from a set piece or something, so they should be hitting the target with them.
And Enniscorthy now looking to build down the other end through Emmet Quirk.
That's good hassling by Doc O'Connor there. He's not giving Emmett an inch on the ball.
And that is half time here. So half time in the Richie Dwyer over 35 league final. Rosslare Rangers 0, Enniscorthy 0. Enniscorthy not having it all their own way like they did last week, and we'll enjoy a quick cup of tea, Joe, and we'll be back very quickly for the second half.
I would not be me
you're in trouble.
Very welcome back here to the second half of the over 35 Richie Dwyer League final between Enniscorthy and Rosslare. 0-0 at the break, all to play for. As we get the second half back underway, Enniscorthy now playing with that strong wind behind them. Much of the same, Joe. Is that what you'll be telling the Rosslare boys anyway?
I think the game plan is going to perfection. Keep it tight, keep it disjointed. Don't give them any time on the ball.
I could hear, I wouldn't say choice words from Nicky Murphy there at half time, but you could definitely hear a few raised voices in the Enniscorthy camp. I don't think they'll be happy.
No, they're not. They're not being net played this week, are they?
No, 100%. That's exactly what it is. It's not even that Enniscorthy are not playing well. They're not being let play.
You have to give credit to Rosslare. They've got the matchups right tonight, and they've got the game plan right tonight. So
and they'll be hoping to continue that into the second half.
So far, so good for them.
That ball goes all the way to Paul Boyce.
Oh.
Good knock back inside. You'd think last week you seen like Marty Kelly in them and James Carty allowed just do what they wanted in midfield for a lot of the time last week, but I was just about to say it was a silly challenge that time from Willie Halligan.
First name into the book.
Yeah, he's after picking up a yellow card now, and there was no need whatsoever there. Like Stephen Cogley was shouting, I'm saying there's no need at that stage. You're not under pressure.
Yeah,
you have men behind the ball, and now you're inviting Enniscorthy to put their big men in the box.
Put the ball in the box now from here. Stay on your feet in that situation. He was. Mick Burke with the header clear. Mick has been solid again there at the back, hasn't he?
The whole back line for us there have been so much better. They've been solid, in fairness. They've done very, very well. It looks for Enniscorthy have brought in a few changes. James Hutchinson has come in there. I think he came in the end of the first half. By the looks of it, I think Enniscorthy have changed it up a little bit just by the looks of it. James Carty is that they're stepping up into midfield. The start of this half. Ball out wide right. Finds its way to Mert McKeown, and they try to want to Marty Kelly looking for that ball over the top that time, but not what he wanted. And Rosslare again have an opportunity to break. Kick goes down the right hand side towards Aaron Kehoe.
Enniscorthy will have to learn to adapt to the wind in this half, won't they?
Yeah, they will. And having a big wind behind you is not always helpful. You know what I mean? Sometimes that big wind will make it a little bit harder to play. And some lovely play down the left hand side here. Oh, that ball is just not the right ball. It got into the space, and Willie Halligan tried to put that ball in, but just didn't get the purchase on it that he wanted. And Enniscorthy again looking to get things underway very, very quick here.
They're not hanging around, are they?
No, that's for sure.
They're trying to keep the game moving quickly. Rosslare seem to be content to sit about 20 yards from the goal. They're not really pushing up there.
No, they're not committing too many
men.
Not committing. And last week they tried the high press, and look, let's face it just didn't work.
No, it didn't work at all, no.
Because we talked about it last week. Just pause for a second. Oh, good chance here, ball's not gone. Knock back in, but Stephen Cogley. Last week Rosslare tried to press, but they didn't press as a team. They pressed in ones and twos, and it was very easy just to knock the ball around and bypass them. You look at Rosslare this week, they're maybe leaving Paul Boyce just sitting up top, and the other men are sort of just taking those who said that 10 yards back and just giving a little bit of space, sort of giving Enniscorthy the ball, but at the same time avoiding any danger of passing straight through them. There hasn't been too many times in this game so far where the likes of Marty Kelly in the middle of midfielders had the opportunity just to take the ball into his feet and turn into space.
No, because there's someone on top of him there the whole time. They're not giving him time to do that.
It's important now that Rosslare keep that up. They've done the really, really hard graft in the first half, didn't concede early, because I'm sure that would have been one of the things their managers would have said to them: don't concede an early goal, don't give Enniscorthy the opportunity to get off to a fast start, and they've done that. So for Rosslare, that's exactly, I suppose, more of the same for the second half, and just keep up and hope that the chances maybe start to come for them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now, can they stick to the game plan once lads start getting tired.
And the longer this game stays at 0-0 as well, I think Enniscorthy will be frustrated, Joe.
Yeah, and then we haven't seen them, what are they like when their backs are kind of
to the wall,
they're frustrated, things are not going their way, and
I think I know you could say the same about absolutely every game, but the first goal in this game is going to be crucial.
Massive, yeah.
I honestly think if Enniscorthy get it, they'll kick on, because they're that type of team, they'll get the heads up. But if Rosslare get it and they throw 10 men behind the ball, it's going to be very tough to break down.
They'll be awkward to break down. This is what Rosslare done in this semi-final against Courtown.
Yeah.
and they scored right at the end of injury time to win the match 1-0. And they had the same game plan last year. They were in the final of this last year against Curracloe United. It was the same game plan. Kept it tight, and scored in the 71st minute to win the game 1-0. So they're going to be hoping for something similar this evening as well. So
Stephen Cogley looking to get it underway again. That one's going to go out over the sideline, so a bit of a wayward kick from Stephen, his first one of the game.
And you'd have to be thinking the longer the game goes on, the more Rosslare will grow in belief and confidence. And
I think every couple of minutes that goes by, Rosslare have grown in more belief. I'd say once they got the 10 minutes, they hadn't conceded, they got to 15, 20, 25, you know what I mean? I think they would have been walking off the pitch at half time with their heads up, you know what I mean? Going, lads, we're in this game, let's face it, started at half time, and half time last week, they weren't really in the game. I know it was only 2-0 last week at that stage, but
yeah, I know, but
they're not happy with the referee's decision here. He gave a free, in fairness. Don't really see what the free was for, but they need to forget about it now and just step away and focus. Marty Kelly won't be afraid to have a shot from here with that wind behind the meter. Stephen Cogley will have to be on his toes.
Yeah, he'll have to be kept. He'll have to keep switched on here, because Marty could try one there from distance. So
yeah.
No.
Moved it to the side. Strike does come.
Locked.
And that man again for us there, headed away, was Emma Byrne. He's had an absolutely spectacular game so far.
Yeah, Emmett's good again. I thought he was brilliant there last week, even though he got bet, but now he's in trouble.
Bit of a wild one from Willie Halligan. He's going to have
trouble.
I think he's going to be okay, I think, for now, but he's going to have to be careful.
Rosslare need to look at that.
Yeah. He's going to see his margin orders. I'm going to be honest, Joe. I think that's very, very harsh.
Yeah.
It's his first foul since the yellow.
Yeah. And
I think that's very, very harsh. And I can see
he made a swing for the ball there. All right.
He made a swing for it, but I don't think there was anything malicious in it, Joe.
First foul, like you said, first foul after the yellow. So
yeah. And I don't think there was much in it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, I don't anyway.
He turned inside. It was a mistimed tackle. There was nothing malicious in it. There wasn't a whole lot of contact even made with it. If anything, I think the Enniscorthy man made more of it than what it was. Ball comes in now, and
Rosslare are going to have to sit in now for 5 minutes and try and weather this little bit of a storm, because
I think Rosslare will feel very aggrieved for that, if I'm honest. And that's Rosslare now, down to 10 men, very, very early in the second half. And look, I know sometimes, Joe, 10 men can be very hard to play against, because everybody else just ups their game that little bit more to make up for the loss of the man. But it's going to be tough, and the tackles are coming in. Enniscorthy are just trying to churn through the gears here and up a little bit. Emmett Quirk that time, and he was taken down that time. It was Mick Burke who took him down that time, but another dangerous chance here. And I think Stephen Cogley, being down to 10 men, Stephen Cogley could find himself a busy man in the second half, but as it stands, it's still 0-0, so they won't be worried too much just yet.
No, they'll be trying to settle here for a few minutes and try and figure out what they're going to do. They'll have to tweak the game plan a slight bit.
Marty Kelly standing over this one again. I'm sure he'd love to see his name on the score sheet like he did last week. Four-man wall for us there. One side of the goal left open. Steve Cogley's going to trust his wall, but ready to move. Oh, what a save!
Oh.
What a save! Stephen Cogley with an absolutely superb save. Stephen, actually, if you look at that and if you get an opportunity to see a replay maybe of that one, you'll see Stephen took a step to his right, expecting it to go over the wall, and had to come back the opposite way, and got two fingertips onto it to touch it onto the crossbar. And
Rory O'Connor put it over then from about 6 yards out from the rebound.
Yeah, we're just seeing a replay of it there. That's an absolutely superb save. I'm sure it'll be one Stephen will be wanting to download.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're right. He took a step to one side there and had to come back.
Yeah, it was a superb save.
But still, I thought Rory O'Connor would have stuck that rebound in the back of the net.
It was one of those ones that came to him quicker than he realised.
It was a bit of a let off for Rosslare there.
Yeah.
Credit to Stephen Cogley in the goal though.
He's rewarding the manager for putting his trust in him.
My questioning his inclusion in the starting team is beginning to prove why they put him in there.
Rosslare, big shout from Rosslare. They're looking for a free long ball, but it's only going to find a Rosslare man.
The ref has the flag up. The linesman has the flag up.
I think we want to see a substitution from Rosslare here. I think it's something that's been said from the sideline has been brought to the referee's attention.
Something being said by one of the Rosslare lads on the sideline there.
I actually think what's been brought to the attention is that Paul Halligan is still...
Willie Halligan.
Willie Halligan, sorry, is still on the side of the pitch, and unfortunately he can't stay there. He needs to make his way to the dressing room. Outside the field of play, isn't that correct? He'd have to go sit on the top of the bank there maybe and look down at it.
You can sit on the bank there and look at it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a silly rule. So you can sit on the bank and look at it. Surely you can sit on the sideline and look at it. But
maybe, I'm not sure, maybe he was voicing his opinion still to do with the red card while he was there, and maybe that's why it was brought to the referee's attention. Long ball from Enniscorthy down the left hand side. Good flick back inside. Again, Stephen Cogley, great starting position. Not afraid to come off the line and command his area. In fairness to him, he gave Mikey Dwyer a little shoulder for good luck.
He was letting him know he was there.
Yeah. Good command and goalkeeping again, though. Marty Kelly with the ball at his feet. Enniscorthy just looking to reset and build from the back.
They'll be looking to move the ball, spread the ball around the pitch now and try and...
and that's what they're going to have to do, Joe. Make use of the space now.
Yeah.
And Rosslare are going to have to up the work rate. They're going to have to make up for that extra man that they're missing.
Yeah. See Rory O'Connor's out here hogging the sideline, trying to open up the space in the middle. He's been let go in there too easy with that ball.
Ball into Quirk. I think there was a challenge in there from Rosslare's number 4, which is Paul Culleton, to get that one away. And Enniscorthy or Rosslare live to keep fighting. Still 0-0 here.
Enniscorthy were allowed to travel far too far with that ball, though he wasn't met with a tackle at all.
A left-footed in-swinger here, which would be dangerous with the wind. Drilled low, good defensive header away again. And was the same man again as just with that block that time, Paul Culleton. He's had a really good game in there for us there. Good feet. Shown by Enniscorthy's Emma Quirk. Dinks that one in around the back. Danger not completely gone, and just hooked away clear, and another attack dealt with. Fema Gaucher tries to dink one over the top for Mikey Dempsey.
See Rosslare behind number 7 there. Liam Hutton's after coming on there for Rosslare, so
some fresh legs.
They're trying to get fresh legs into the middle of the pitch there, I'd say.
Enniscorthy with another corner kick, and in fairness, they had sort of a 3v1 situation there. The corner they could have overloaded very easily, but I've chose to reset, and this one's come low. As far as James Carty swivels on it, and now Rosslare with an opportunity to break. Unfortunately, no men up, and
that was very clever, Mark Furlong. Very, very clever.
Yeah, he knew that people were coming behind him. He took the smack, and I will say though, like you look at the first yellow card that Willie Halligan got was for something very, very similar to this challenge. But there was no yellow card here, and I just going to think if you're going to give it to one, you have to do it for them all. Then you sort of set the precedent that you can't do it. But no, like you said, very, very smart work there from Mark Furlong, just to take the hit for his team and a chance to reset.
He looked up and seen no one ahead of him, so he kind of half stopped to let your man run into the back of him.
We're about 15 minutes into this second half. The Richie Dwyer over 35s league final between Enniscorthy and Rosslare. If you're only joining us, it is still 0-0. A much closer game than last week's cup final.
Just again, a thanks to our sponsor of the cup here, Paul Diskin at Diskin Design. Paul also done our programs for us, so big thanks to Paul.
Lee Murphy's going to come out and take this goal kick. Enniscorthy are just starting to push a few little bit men further up. You can see sort of 3-4 men up now, and I suppose they can afford to take that risk now, Joe, and go chase that first goal, can't they?
Yeah, when they have the extra man now, they should be kind of push up a bit now.
Alan Freeman tried to carry the ball out of the box, but
Mark Furlong again winning that ball back there.
Mark Furlong's been absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
very experienced James Carty comes across to him. He'll have to take that one away, get it back to Lee Murphy, who in turn gives it back to James Carty. He's going to go on a run down this left hand side, opens up the legs. Nice little step over there, and he'll have to find the ball into Emmet Quirk.
Johnny Dwyer's free, they're looking for it inside.
Good feet by Emmet Quirk. He goes by 3, opens up the area. Still going from Emmet Quirk. Has an opportunity to get the strike away, gets it away, but straight down the throat to Stephen Cogley. It's going to have to be something better than that to beat Stephen today, the form that he's in. Stephen Cogley, not James Cogley. Stephen Cogley just getting onto his team to get up the pitch, and he's dead right in what you're saying, because he can't just keep sitting back.
They try and sit back and see this game out to extra time or something. That's not going to happen.
No.
They need to try and keep playing, even though they're a man down. They need to try and keep playing some sort of football here.
Yeah. Enniscorthy back on it. Into Quirk. There's Marty Kelly inside him if he wants to go that way. Still there. Chooses to hook this one in, and unfortunately that time Mikey Dempsey had made that run in there, but when he turned back in, Mikey Dempsey had chose to come back out. So
Rosslare will look to run the clock down a bit here now again with this.
Yeah, I think, and look, at this stage, being at 10 men and still at 0-0, you can't blame him.
No.
You can't blame him. Just it gives the 9 lads out the pitch an opportunity to get their breath back, hold their shape, and like at 0-0, all it takes is just to get one opportunity. That's all it's going to take for one of these teams. You know what I mean? If Rosslare can be the one who can get that first goal, they can go 9 men behind the ball or 10 men behind the ball. Do you know what I mean? Cogley will get him up the pitch again, go kicking into the wind out towards Aaron Kehoe, he's been quiet enough and hasn't seen too much of the ball in this second half, but
no, not giving nothing there.
No.
This is a chance. Johnny Dwyer. Cogley's out.
Yeah, good starting position by Cogley.
He was quick off the line there, and he had to be.
Yeah, I think he's hurt himself at the same time though.
He has, yeah.
He's punching the ground there with anger. He's not too happy. Darragh Hayes might need to start getting warm. I know Stephen would have suffered with some knee injuries and stuff over the years. When I chatted to him the last day in North End, he had just come back for that game for North End in the last game of the season. In goal for us there against North End, and I think he's done something here. He doesn't seem too happy.
I think he was holding his ankle there, I think, and it could be the knee.
Yeah. He's getting some sort of spray or something down around the ankle, so
Rosslare won't want to see him go off.
No, because he's done really, really well. Like his talking to his backline, his starting position, his control of his backline has been super. So I'm sure he'll battle on there. But he'll
shake that one off. A couple of minutes, he should be all right, I'd say.
Darragh Hayes can keep the jumper on for another little while. Yeah, he seems to be okay. He's moving okay on it. So, in fairness, it'll take more than that to take him off.
He won't want to be coming off at this stage in the game.
No, he's had a really good game. He's been part of the reason why Rosslare are still at 0-0. As you said, a couple of very good saves, especially that save from the free kick is one that I look forward to having a look at again, the highlights after this, because it was an exceptional free kick save from Stephen in the goal, in fairness. Game back on now, and Enniscorthy looking to build again, and Marty Kelly comes away still with the ball. Advantage being played. Plenty of Enniscorthy men in the box if we can get the right ball in. That one is in. Mikey Dempsey tries to get to it, and that one's going to go for a goal kick. Enniscorthy starting to turn the screw though, Joe.
They're coming more. They're putting more pressure on here now. Try to get that first goal. This will all suit Rosslare though. The game is very disjointed, and they will slow it down at any opportunity they get.
No, look, 100%. And as we said before, the longer this goes on, Enniscorthy won't want to go to extra time.
No,
you know what I mean? Enniscorthy won't want to see extra time. They won't want to see penalties. Whereas at this stage at 0-0, I'm sure if you offer us their extra time penalties, they'll take it. But
they take a hand
you know
off,
what I mean? Yeah. So
see, Sean Farnan is in there now for Enniscorthy as well. So Nicky is bringing the changes. Richie Mason has gone down there for us there.
Yeah, and he's done really, really well. In fairness, he's holding the back of the hamstring as well. It looked like he was holding, but the game continues because Rosslare have a chance at this end. Good ball through the middle. Mark Furlong.
He's giving a free. He's giving a free.
In a good opportunity.
This is a nice position now. So
yeah.
You see, Mr. Culleton is going up there looking for this ball as well. So
any of these opportunities so far, they just haven't had the power to I don't think bother lead too much in the goal. It's going to be, you look at the distance here, it probably looks closer than it is, but you're talking a good 30 yards, if not more out.
No, he's 30 yards out, so it'll take something special to beat Lee Murphy from there. Richie Mason is down here in a lot of pain. He's clutching the back of that hamstring, so.
Yeah, and he won't be a player that will want to lose out there, because in fairness now, he's done very, very well. Rosslare taking this opportunity just for their coaches to get a couple of words in there, and I see Enniscorthy making another change there. I tried to figure out who it is that's after coming on there. As soon as I get a glance on the number, we'll be sure to let you know.
Adam, just while we have another break and play, I'll give a final mention to our programme sponsors for Enniscorthy: Cooney Furlong Grain Company, Fine Edge Design and Polished Pooches, Eddie Carty. And for Rosslare Rangers, it's Glen Fuels is the sponsor. So just a big thanks to all them for their putting dads in the match programme. Your sponsorship is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, it's Dylan Redmond, Joe, who's after coming into the game for Enniscorthy, and he's gone straight up top. And in fairness, Dylan started the game last week and done very, very well, in fairness to him.
Yeah, he's a very pacey player as well. So,
and I think maybe that's what Enniscorthy are probably. Nicky's probably thinking to himself, the Rosslare lads are down to 10. Do we start to get tired? No matter who you are on the pitch now, your legs are going to be getting a bit leggy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have to be getting leggy now. They have to put in a bit of extra work there when they're down to 10 men.
Yeah.
Just until that coming 15 minutes to go here now, so.
I'm very surprised that we haven't seen Aaron Kehoe. Is Aaron on the pitch? Yeah, he is on the pitch to hit any of these free kicks. Aaron was always known as a dead ball specialist when I was growing up. Aaron is the same age as myself, and he was always known for a free kick.
No.
Tries to go around the wall, doesn't get there. Second strike, and that's gone wide. It was Stephen Moran that time who attempted his look. Probably the right idea. He was going low and around the wall. Something similar to what we've seen from Enniscorthy's goal last week in the cup final. But still 0-0 here, 15 to go, all to play for. Stephen Cogley's definitely walked off that injury there. He was quick out off his line, and again, just a little bit of smart play. Slow it down, waste another couple of seconds. Every 60 seconds he can waste is going to count.
Yeah, they have to waste as much time as they can now for themselves.
But I'd like to see, I'm all for maybe as a team who's down to 10, Joe, of maybe wasting a bit of time and wasting it down. But I'd like to see Rosslare go for it, because I still think they're capable of creating chances there. Anytime they move the ball, they're still moving it well. And I just honestly think if you're going to sit back for the last 15, it's going to be a tough 15 minutes, a long 15 minutes if you're willing to sit back and try stop Enniscorthy scoring. The quality that Enniscorthy have, eventually one of them will take a chance.
They can't sit back too deep against Enniscorthy.
No. Good job. Super hands from Cogley again. And again, he takes this opportunity. Just another couple of seconds off the clock.
He'll take this thing out of that one again.
Yeah, he goes long to Mark Furlong, who gets on the end of it. He swaps it outright to Aaron Kehoe. Aaron Kehoe puts it through, and very, very close there to Derek O'Connor getting on the end of that one.
Enniscorthy had to be switched on there for that one.
Yeah, they did, in fairness. I think it was Enniscorthy taking a few risks there, and Lee Murphy forced to put it outward line. Good football from Ross there, good pressure.
Yeah, that was Mikey Dempsey. Mikey Dempsey made a last stitch block there to get that ball.
Yeah, if he hadn't missed that and Doc O'Connor got in on the end of it, could have been a great goal for us there, in fairness. This time down to Aaron Kehoe. Ball cut in. Looking to get Dylan Redmond in there, but he was just on his heels a little bit. And again, Rosslare are able to clear. First time ball down the right hand side. Turns him. Handball. This time the referee does call it. And in fairness to Emmett Byrne again, he's had a phenomenal game last week, even on the end of a 5-2 defeat, and I have to give it to him. He's been one of Rosslare's best men on the pitch again this week, Joe.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's keeping that ship steady at the back there.
Long ball down towards Mark Furlong.
Ron Farnan kicks it straight at the Rosslare man.
Liam Hutton. This one goes back to Lee Murphy. And again, he's forced to just knock it out wide. This time there isn't an Enniscorthy man there to pick it up. Enniscorthy again just looking to move through the gears, try up the rate of player. Marty Kelly finds Dylan Redmond. He flicks that one down the line.
So he thought about having a nibble at him there.
Oh, another super save.
Stephen Cogley again.
Danger not gone. Dylan Redmond wins a free kick. Another super save though again, Joe, from Cogley. He's keeping his side in it at the moment.
Yeah, there was another fantastic save there. He stood up and he didn't commit. He waited on the shot to come in before he went for it.
Marty Kelly making his way out to take this one. He'd be looking to swing this one right in on top of Cogley, but in fairness, anything like that so far too, Cogley, he's been more than the match for it.
No, he's been well up for everything tonight so far.
Looping ball towards the back post. Arnkey Hall gets touched, but doesn't go all the way clear. Comes back in. Big shouts for a handball in the box. I didn't see it myself.
I didn't see nothing there. The ball was kicked in, but there was no movement towards the ball or anything. So
Marty Kelly hangs that one to the back. Emma Quirk gets the head to it, and that'll be bread and butter for Cogley in the goal. And I think every chance that goes and knocking like this, Joe, and Enniscorthy, you can see them. They're starting to get frustrated.
Yeah, they'll have to be getting a little bit frustrated now at this stage because
Rosslare are doing very well. They're just. I wouldn't say it's Rosslare hanging in. If anything, they're doing very well. They're one's at 25 minutes in now, 10 minutes to go. Some very important 10 minutes, and Rosslare have a chance to get Aaron Kehoe in, but ball doesn't find a man. But he's still there putting on the pressure. And that's a needless swipe there. You have your man facing back towards his own goal in the corner, Joe. There's no reason to go in there.
That's criminal doing that. There's no need to do that at all.
No, you've done all the hard work, Joe.
Yeah, you're taking the pressure off now and giving them a free kick there.
Done all the hard work, and I suppose it's giving Enniscorthy a get out of jail free card.
He should have stood him up and made him kick it out over the line for a throw.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to give credit to Rosslare. Since they went down to 10 men there,
they've done very, very well.
They've done very well now, yeah.
I'm not going to lie, when I seen him go down to 10 men, I thought maybe that was going to be, I suppose, the change in the game. And look, Enniscorthy have created chances, but Rosslare are doing very, very well with 10. But they can say a team that goes down to 10 can be harder to play against sometimes. Opportunity down the left. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. Is it Aaron? No, it's not Aaron Kehoe.
I looked, it's 21, but I don't know, the numbers are not written out right. It says Peter Anderson, I'd say. He kind of fell and then he
he grabbed the man going down.
He grabbed the man going down when he shouldn't have.
I think straight away, is it that man Marty Kelly, I think, has the ball in his hands. Marty Kelly versus Stephen Cogley.
This could be the decisive moment of the game.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Stephen Cogley is going to save this. Marty Kelly could prove me wrong, but
Marty's going to the keeper's right, I'd say, the bottom right.
We were both wrong. Keeper didn't save it. But that is Enniscorthy who take the lead. Marty Kelly with a very decisive penalty. Waited till Stephen Cogley had chosen his side and just casually slotted it to the opposite side of him.
Oh, that must be so frustrating for us there, though.
Yeah, had done so well.
They'd done so well for 60 minutes in this game, and then for something as unfortunate as that to happen. Yeah,
because there was nothing malicious in the challenge. I think he fell himself and he was losing his own footing and dragged the man down to the ground at the same time.
He just lost his balance and unfortunately he pulled down the Enniscorthy man as well.
Yeah, a lot of dejected faces at the moment on the Rosslare team, but look, they have time. This game is not over yet.
They'll have to have a go for it now anyway.
But what you will see probably from now is Enniscorthy now are going to smell blood and they're going to go for the kill and kill this game off.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a second now fairly quick here.
Oh, great dangerous ball in there. That could have easily been.
That was well kept in by Liam Hutton. Oh, lovely. He had not getting it free there.
Ball down the left hand side.
That was a nice move. Aaron Kehoe getting dispossessed. Emmett Kirk is dropping in deep there now. Emmett's had a very good game for Enniscorthy.
Yeah, he's been very, very good.
Chance out wide. Aaron Kehoe has the ball out wide. There's not too many in the box from though. He's going to have to try and cut in himself. Pull it back out to Doc.
Pull it back out. And the shot just wasn't what was needed. I think Aaron had an opportunity there to get the shot off himself. And
yeah,
I think at times I can see what he was trying to do. He was trying to maybe tee up the man in the better position, but just to pull the trigger. because
He kind of half hesitated, debating whether to take the shot or not, didn't he?
Yeah, we had a teacher in the CBS secondary school, Tom Connon, a great player, actually played football for Northern Ireland and stuff, and he always had one thing: if you can't shoot, you don't score. Simply put, now there was times he gave out to us maybe for shooting from impossible angles, but he was right. You have to have the confidence in your own ability to have the shot. You know what I mean? I think Aaron definitely could have got a shot away there, but didn't work out. And Enniscorthy,
you won't score if you don't have a shot. So
that's it. Great challenge.
Doc O'Connor on the ball again.
He's done well since he stood into the middle of midfield, and that one was out towards Aaron Kehoe again, but pass was just misplaced a little bit. Enniscorthy looked to build down the left hand side again. Rosslare now definitely starting to take a few chances. Shouts for offside, but doesn't come. Johnny Dwyer does well to keep this one in. He'll recycle it back inside, and that ball is just too long. Rosslare now with an opportunity to break away. Out as far as Liam Hutton. Looks to go back inside, but
misplaced ball.
Can't find his own man. Lovely back heel back inside. Some nice football from Enniscorthy here, but that pass this time is misplaced. Ball up the line, Liam Hutton. Marty Kelly. Again, has been fairness to Marty Kelly, he haven't stopped running for the whole game. He's been absolutely everywhere.
Rory O'Connor made the track back there to get that ball.
So go ball down to Dylan Redmond. A beautiful touch to take it past the defender. Gets the head up and
first touch was beautiful. The cross wasn't as good though.
Yeah, and in fairness, Marty Kelly just shouted at him that time, saying the easy ball was on, which it was. There wasn't an Enniscorthy man in the box. If he had to turn back, he had a simple pass just to roll it back to Rory O'Connor, and would have had the chance maybe to go again himself. I think Enniscorthy are still somewhat frustrated. I think they're wanting this game dead and buried, and the longer it stays at 1-0, the longer Rosslare just have a chance to catch them on the break. And
we know from last week's Shield final that 1-0 is a very dangerous lead.
Yeah, last kick of the game. Courtown then went on to win it. Big switch comes. Rory O'Connor's going to see can he get on the end of that one. Covers plenty of ground, but it's a beautiful touch.
It was well done by Paul Cullen.
Paul Cullen, a great ball up the line as well.
Up the Liam Hutton in the middle to Doc O'Connor. Here's a chance.
Aaron Kehoe through.
Aaron Kehoe. Oh, yes.
Rosslare equalise.
What did we say about a 1-0 lead being a dangerous lead? That was a fantastic team goal.
Absolutely beautiful.
All started off by Paul Cullen.
Yeah, Paul Cullen, in fairness, he got it out wide to Liam Hutton. Liam Hutton got the ball in. It looked like Mark Furlong was going to take it and just let it run all the way through to Aaron Kehoe. I think his eyes lit up, but he didn't think he believed what he was seeing.
I didn't think he did either. It was
yeah, I think he stuttered a little bit. I think he was waiting for the offside whistle to come, but after that it was a very calm finish. He put it past Lee Murphy, and
it was he must have gave Mark Furlong the call, because Mark Furlong would usually get onto that ball and have a shot himself. So
and Enniscorthy now coming looking to hit straight back. A great game on our hands here. Credit to Rosslare. Went down to 10 men from a soft red card. Went 1-0 down, but in fairness, have battled since and find ourselves back in this game, back at 1-1. But Enniscorthy at the other end, and again it's that man again, Paul Cullen
again, not taking any chances there.
Yeah, I see about 3 minutes, Joe, maybe of normal time here. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes, and if this is a draw, obviously at the end of normal time, we will be going straight into a 10-minute aside extra time.
10 minutes and a half extra time, yeah. I won't jinx anything by saying we're going to extra time yet, though.
Great ball in.
Emmett Cork with the header.
Just narrowly too high.
Either Stephen Cogley knew that was going over, or he was rooted to the line because he did not move.
I think it was a case of Stephen Cogley was rooted to his line and hoped it was going over, if I'm honest, Joe. It was a good header, in fairness, from Emmett. He put it right back to where it came from.
You have to give all credit to Rosslare, though, in fairness. To go down to 10 men, go behind, and still try and come back and get back into it.
Yeah, it's a credit to him. And in fairness, you look back to some of the saves there, that 1-0 that Stephen Cogley made and kept his side at 1-0 for a long time. The defence that they've shown, it's the grit and determination that's been the big difference to me. The organisation from Rosslare this week has been totally different, Joe. Yeah. It's like they went away, looked at the game in fairness, said, right, what did we do wrong? And all it is just a little bit of organisation. I think a couple of lads on the pitch knowing their jobs and people sticking to their jobs.
Just a great tackle by Mark Furlong there. He could have easily given away a free. Great ball up the line to Liam Hutton.
Rosslare looking to create one more chance maybe and win this game
Oh,
there.
here we go.
Beautiful 1-2.
Oh.
I think you seen what he was doing. The keeper,
Yeah.
Lee Murphy, had edged out off his line, and
They had more time with that though.
yeah. Oh, it's a beautiful touch at the other end. An opportunity here for Enniscorthy. If he can get it out wide, Dylan Redmond's there. Oh, and that ball is just too long. Dylan Redmond is looking to his feet.
Paul Cullen says no thank you and lets it go out for a goal kick.
But that was beautiful football again down that left hand side from Ross there, and I could see, in fairness, what Liam Hutton was looking to do. And
Yeah.
if that had went in, you would have heard the roars then.
I think he had more time on the ball though. He could have.
That he realised, yeah.
He had more time than he realised.
Johnny Dwyer coming back into the game. They're now to replace, I think it was 15, Sean Farnham going off. Stephen Cogley to take the goal kick. Get Ross there back up the pitch. Goes down this left hand side where they've been having plenty of joy.
Mark Furlong, who's had a very good game for us there.
Yeah, he's been superb. Great set of legs. That'll
Nick
do for
Burke.
us there, just to
Yeah.
flick it away. Big shouts of handball. Referee says no, and Enniscorthy try to win it back. Ross there still on it, and he got even a little bit of a head injury in the middle. The referee hasn't seen it yet. He's going to let the game continue. He looks down at the man, still lets it continue, and the man's holding his head. He definitely should be stopping the game.
Yeah, once the hand went up onto the head, the game
Yeah.
should have been stopped.
I think Rosslare might have been aggrieved there now if the Enniscorthy had went and scored.
Oh, I wouldn't have been happy there now if they had scored. And just while we have a break and play here, I'd like to say good evening to my good friend Derek Boyce, who is on the beer up at Electric Picnic, and he's just texting me wanting to know, are you commentating on that match? And unfortunately for Rosslare, Derek is not here because, as I said earlier on in the commentary, he is the better of the Boyce brothers. So if he had been up front instead of Paul tonight, they probably would have won the game 5-0, wouldn't they, Derek?
I don't think that's exactly what you said, no, Joe. He must be listening in, and that's why you're saying it. But
Well, if Derek could play soccer as well as what he can tweet, I tell you one thing, he'd be some soccer player.
into the last couple of minutes of normal time here. Is there another opportunity for one of the teams to... Referee's whistle went, but I think it's going to be a free kick to Rosslare. Maybe a chance for Rosslare to get their big boys forward.
This could be one last chance. It depends on how many they want to push forward. Can't be a whole lot of time left now. I believe there's a lot of people had money on Enniscorthy -1, Adam. So does that go on the whole match, or is it just on 70 minutes? You know?
No, that type of bet is 0. It's normally 0 to 90, but obviously in this it'll be 0 to 70. It won't carry into extra time. So I think any bookmaker, and there it is, the full time whistle. Enniscorthy 1, Rosslare 1. We're going to extra time, ladies and gentlemen. The teams are going to take a really quick break, and we'll be back with the start of extra time, which will be 10 minutes each way.
stuck in the motions, pushing all the buttons and hoping it turns out right. Always pretending I know best and I'm in control, but I don't know about this time, not this time. Boy, you're playing my heart like an arcade video game, like a prize to win. Oh yeah, you're playing my love like an arcade video game, going insane. Going insane.
Just about to get back underway here. First half of extra time. I'm on my own for a couple of minutes there. Adam had to just had to nip away there for a couple of minutes. Rosslare tipping off. Rosslare's game plan implemented to a T there. I think it was a fully deserved goal to get them to extra time there, because the game plan, the tactics have worked a T tonight, even though they've gone down to 10 men there with Willie Halligan sent off. So anyone joining us later and wondering what's the match still doing on, we're just extra time has just got underway here. Down in Curracloe, the wind seems to have died down a bit here now. Waiting on the ball over there. It's going to be a throw into Rosslare. Paul Colton, who's had a fantastic game for Rosslare, to take the throw in. Finds Stock O'Connor, another man who's had a fantastic game. That'll be another throw in down the line for Rosslare. No, throw in to Enniscorthy actually. Sorry, no, he's given a free to Enniscorthy actually. Back to Lee Murphy in goal. He's got options out wide if he wants. He kicks long, looking for Dylan Redmond. Ball Johnny Dwyer. No, it's gone for a goal kick. Johnny Dwyer was nearly in there. Stephen Cogley in goal for Rosslare. Starting today instead of Dara Hayes, and Stephen Cogley has had a fantastic game. Couple of 2 or 3 great saves there to keep Rosslare in the game. Taking his time with this kick out. He's going to go long. Good kick out. And that'll be a throw into Rosslare. Rosslare look now to slow everything down, I'd imagine. Big shout out to everyone down in Culletons of Kilran. Tune in on the live stream to watch the match. And oh, he's back. Adam is back, lads. I thought he was gone to the pub.
Wasn't far off it there, no, I couldn't lie, Joe. But I wouldn't leave you on your own for too long. God knows what happened.
I'd be in trouble.
I'm right in saying these are 10 minutes either side, Joe, yeah?
10 minutes and a half, yeah. Not much after happening.
Oh, an opportunity for Enniscorthy early. Great defending.
You had to make that count there. Mick Burke there for Rosslare again. Mick Burke has been outstanding in this game, as has Stephen Cogley, Paul Culleton, to name but a few for Rosslare.
I'm not going to lie, Joe, when I see games go this far to extra time, I always say you might as well let it go to penalties now.
Yeah, I think to just blow up and then go straight to penalties.
Might be a rule change for next year, Joe.
We'd have to look at something, yeah. Straight to penalties, let's get home.
But have to say all credit to Rosslare, Joe. They went down to 10 men, went 1-0 down.
I was just singing their praises while you were absent there.
Showed great grit and determination to get back into the game.
Their game plan, they implemented their game plan and had it to a T there, so.
I just commented as well there while we were off camera. think James Carty must have picked up some sort of niggle, because when he went off that time, Joe, I haven't seen him reappear.
Yeah, it's not like him. I'd say if he was anyway right, he'd be out on that pitch there, because he was one of their main men out on that pitch there.
He was, in the same last week. He ran in the midfield last week for a long time.
But I have to say, I've been very impressed with Emmett Kirk tonight for Enniscorthy.
Yeah, he's been very good. Look, he's done everything bar score, hasn't he?
He's his work rate up front there is very, very good.
Yeah, he hasn't given the Rosslare backline much time to think.
And the aforementioned Paul Culkin again knocking that ball out play. Another man who must be in line for man of the match. He's done very well tonight as well for Rosslare.
Yeah, no, look, it's been a super game. It's been a great advertisement for the over 35 game.
Mick Burke again with the header clear.
And we ain't done yet.
Enniscorthy were waiting on the ref to blow the whistle there for that free. I think he was trying to see would the advantage develop, but it hasn't. Marty Kelly again, he doesn't seem to want to let anyone else.
No, he doesn't, does he? But I just think times like this, maybe this type of distance with the quality of a keeper that you have in the goal, I think it's a little bit too far out. And would you be better off getting your big men up?
He should be in the box. He should be in there with Emmett Kirk in the box, I think, anyway, and they should be swung into the back post. It'll take something special to beat Stephen Cogley from there.
Yeah, that's not saying that he's not able for it. Strike does come. It's high and wide. High and wide.
High, wide, and not so handsome.
No, never even looked like.
There was never trouble in Stephen Cogley in the goal. Just again, a shout out to Paul Diskin Design for sponsoring tonight's cup final. And thanks again to Curracloe for allowing us to come down here today, and they had the pitch in pristine condition for us. So,
yeah, no, the pitch is in spectacular order, and considering it's had 2 games on it, it's held up really well.
It's made for a great day of soccer down here in Curracloe. Chance here now, Marty Kelly with the flick on. Paul Culleton again back there.
How many times have we mentioned that name there in the defence?
If I had €1 for every time I said Paul Culleton tonight, I tell you, I'd have
a free night on the beer.
I'd have a free night on the beer.
Opportunity here for Rosslare to break if they can move the ball quickly. Oh, but
Alan Freeman's not going to be he's not going to be getting the ball's not going to get past Alan Freeman there. No. Very composed back there for Enniscorthy.
Enniscorthy now looking to build from the back and just move it. That ball is clipped again up towards that man again, and it's going to be the offside flag is up. I find maybe this week Enniscorthy have went longer a hell of a lot more than last week, Joe.
Yeah, I think that's because Rosslare have kind of crowded out the middle at times, haven't they? They're not letting them play through them like they did last week.
If you look at last week, the amount of times out of the 5 goals, probably 3 of them came from Enniscorthy breaking through the middle, drawing the defender, slipping.
I'd say there was a deep analysis of the match down Rosslare during the week. And
in fairness, before the game, I was talking to a couple of the players out on the pitch during the warm-ups and stuff, and in fairness to James Carty, he made a very valid point to me. He said, like, last week's scoreline, as much as they played very well, in his eyes, he said it flattered them a lot, because he said last week was just one of them games. He said everything they hit found the net.
Yeah. It was just It was just one of them days. What could go wrong for us went wrong, and what things just clicked for Enniscorthy on the day.
So, look, this week, I suppose, like, there's been opportunities there where Enniscorthy have nearly got in and hit the ball over the bar, or another offside. That's what I find. Rosslare's backline this week has been, it's like, even though it's not a new backline, it's like a new backline, Joe. They've been just so together as a backline, like how holding solid as a 4-man team, no matter who's come in and out with changes that have been made. I
think Mick Burke and Emmett Byrne really complement each other down there, the two of them do.
They do. Very much so. Stephen Cogley with an opportunity to go along again and get that ball down into the danger area. Rosslare, 4 men move forward, so not afraid to commit. They'll be looking to sneak a goal and stop this going to penalties, and likewise Enniscorthy will. Lee Dobbs over there trying to get down the right hand side, but again the Rosslare man in the way. Enniscorthy looking to build down the right, but that one's out over the sideline. It'll be a throw in to Rosslare. Again, if anyone is only tuning in now, it's the first half of extra time here in the over 35s league final. Scoreline is 1-1. Rosslare down to 10 men from early on in the second half. Did find themselves 1 goal down, but got the equaliser, and here we are now with a couple of minutes left in the first half of extra time.
Adam, I could be wrong, but I think it's the first time since 2019 we've had one of our finals go to extra time. And on that day it was... No, Cogley saves that. On that day it was Enniscorthy against Simone in our Shield final. Remember I was telling you last week that Enniscorthy won it 23-22 on penalties.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't mind seeing a repeat of that.
if you see that tonight, it could be 10 o'clock before we get here tonight if we've seen that. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's the last time one of our finals actually went to extra time. So
Arnke Ho still putting in the hard work up top for Rosslare. They're just not letting Enniscorthy settle on it. I think that's been the big difference. Roslare's work rate. Here is an opportunity down the right hand side. And Johnny Dwyer out there going to look see he can deliver. That ball is low and it's cut out again.
by that man again. Need I say his name?
It's been a really good advertisement for the game for over 35s football. A lot of people think over 35s football is just lads, Joe, who don't play anymore, just a bit of crack. But
yeah, no.
It's been the standard of football we've seen over the last 2 weekends, especially. Has been very good.
Yeah, some of the new teams in the league have said that to me there.
Yeah,
they were taken aback by how good the quality was of some of the teams.
Ball breaks here, strike. Danger quite not gone. And is it in? No, it's not. It's cleared off the line. Dylan Redmond tried to put it back in, and
Rosslare got away with one there.
Got away with one. It was a game of ping pong around there for a couple of minutes, but sometimes that's the luck you need, Joe.
That's the luck you need.
But look, Joe, I suppose when this league first started, I suppose it was full of people who weren't playing week in, week out anymore, really, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
And that was the idea, to give those lads a bit of football, you know what I mean? And over the years, you see it now. I think lads see how fun it can be. It's the summertime when it's played. The weather's that little bit drier, do you know what I mean? Friday night football a lot of times, so it suits a lot of lads, do you know what I mean? So it's great to see so many more teams and so many more players getting involved.
They got a lot half time here and extra time. They got a lot of lads out of the house that had given up playing football, and got lads back playing, and out even just the whole social aspect of things, getting lads back out.
Yeah, it's great to see. Look, it's going from strength to strength, and as you said, half time here in extra time, so only 10 more minutes to go, and if it stays as it is, we will see ourselves having the penalty shootout.
Rosslare must be very happy with this, because they really contained Enniscorthy there in the first half of extra time there, and apart from that one chance there at the end, they've really limited them to chances. So this is why we're breaking play here again. A big thanks to our match officials tonight, and of course every week. Without match officials, all lads give out about refs, but without the refs, lads, there'd be no league anywhere. So lads, some lads should be remembering that on a Sunday morning or on a Friday evening when we're playing football.
Look, I think I get exactly where you're coming from, Joe, but we've both been there. It's easier said than sometimes. Sometimes on a pitch when you make the mistake, Joe. But what are you going to do? Only blame the referee.
You're going to have to blame the ref, ain't you?
Yeah, I remember I was back in the younger years when I was playing myself in the goal, and the ball came in one time and I boxed it, and lucky enough when I boxed it, it still went over my bar. But I did take a small touch at the same time, and what did I do straight away? Only hit the referee, and he turned around to me and goes, just because you can't punch the ball properly don't blame me, he says. But yeah, it's very easy to tell a referee he's got it wrong, but these referees are making decisions, split-second decisions. Yeah. And sorry, we're in Wexford playing, we're not in the Premier League. We don't have the joys of VAR, and you look at the Premier League, they have VAR and they still don't get it right sometimes.
Still lads getting it wrong there too. So getting underway here now again. Second
half of extra time, 10 minutes to go before we hit the penalties to see who will be the 2024 Richie Dwyer over 35s league champions. I'm sure Nicky Murphy has said to his men, and so the rest of their manager, just go out and give it everything you can for 10 minutes. Good ball in, great touch off the chest, but that man again for Rosslare, I think he's covered literally every blade of grass Mark Furlong has, and doesn't seem to be slowing down either.
That Derek O'Connor there, not looking the ball up the line.
Was unlucky, he was looking to get Arnke Ho in behind.
Adam, if you're Rosslare, do you stick or twist?
I think you have to stick.
Are you happy to try and keep it tight, go to penalties?
Yeah, in fairness, I thought when Rosslare went down to 10 men, they did have to put, I suppose, a lot of men behind the ball for a while, but they've counter-attacked well. They've got men up in support, and I think since they got the extra time, you look at it now, they've sort of 3 men still sort of pressing fairly high up, and I think the longer this has went on, it's like you said, and Joe, Rosslare have grown into this game big time. They've got confidence now in how far they've went, but what I would say is I suppose, 8 minutes, 9 minutes away from penalties. I don't think either side are going to be taking massive risks.
No.
because the last thing you want to do is maybe throw a heap of lads forward, you know what I mean, and take a risk to get a goal, get caught in a counter attack and a sucker punch, and all of a sudden it's game over and you're gone home.
And that could easily happen.
Yeah. I'm sure both keepers there, Lee Murphy and Stephen Cogley, are both standing in their goals at the moment, and they're already thinking to themselves, right, what way am I going to go with this? An opportunity to be, I suppose, as a goalkeeper, you're never a zero in a penalty shootout. You've only an opportunity to be a hero, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. I see Aaron, Stephen Cogley he's limping slightly there in the goal, so.
I think, I'm not being smart now, but I think Stephen always limps. The day he played against North End with Rosslare, towards the end of it, he was fairly broke up.
Chance there, no.
That wasn't offside, I don't think. I'm going to be honest, I think the linesman got it wrong there, because
I thought he was in
Mert McCone came from in behind the defender.
I thought he'd held the line there. He was on his shoulder, I thought, when the ball was played in. But the wind is picking up a bit here now again too.
Yeah, it is. It's blown and it's come and go throughout the day, Joe. But it hasn't been overly bad either. It hasn't.
No.
You wouldn't say it's the type of wind that'd ruin a game either.
No.
Rosslare now look to go forward again. That long ball down the line. Paul Boyce trying to get onto it. I'm sure both managers now, I suppose, what they'll be thinking about as well, Joe, is making sure that they finish extra time with the players on the pitch that they want to take their penalties.
That doesn't matter on over 35s.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
If your name is on the match card, you can take a penalty at the end of the
very
game.
good.
I'll have
an opportunity for Enniscorthy here. We mightn't get any penalties. It's a big shout for handball. I think it's going to be a penalty. It is going to be a penalty. That, in fairness, he went to ground with the hand in the air, Joe.
When you go to ground like that and have the hand away from the body in a non-natural position, you're going to ask the question of the referee. So
they're all pleading with the referee, but I do
have to say all the big calls have kind of gone against Rosslare tonight, though.
Yeah, but in fairness now, Joe, I call that straight away. He went to ground with the hand not by his side; it was in the air. His hand was up higher than the shoulder, you could say.
When you do that, you run the risk then of.
Now the question is, if you're Marty Kelly, do you stick with the same side you went to it, the same goal it is to say? Do you stick with the same side, or do you potentially change it up?
Me, I go the same way again. But he did change free kicks last week, so
yeah. Massive chance here now for Enniscorthy to take the lead. Marty Kelly versus Stephen Cogley. He's put it over the bar. Marty Kelly's blazed it over the bar. Rosslare get lucky.
Wow.
And if that's not a stroke of luck, I don't know what is. Marty Kelly goes for a total different approach to his penalty, goes for high in power, and this one goes up and over the bar.
Adam, why do some lads do that? Why do lads deviate from what they normally do?
It's like
pressure.
I think it is. It's the way I'd be looking at that is, if it's not broke, why change it?
If that's me, I didn't play much anyway. But if I'm as good as Marty Kelly, I trust in myself and I'm going to the exact same spot again.
Yeah, and in fairness, if the keeper makes the save, he makes the save.
Yeah.
But
then we're going back to what we're talking about there in normal time, that the shot's not on target.
No.
You can't score.
Yeah, look at it, and I think that's one thing I'll say about taking a penalty. Rule number one that I always heard from any coach is hit the target and make the keeper save it. If you hit the target and the keeper saves it, so be it. But if you're doing that and you're making it easy, do you know what I mean? You're blazing it over the bar.
Yeah. At least you got it on target anyway. So.
Yeah.
Game extra time entering the last 5 minutes here now, so are Enniscorthy going to get another chance, or has their chance gone?
Well, they're not going to get a chance as open as that one, that's for sure, but saying that then, a free kick given away here.
I spoke too soon here.
They will have a free kick here and an opportunity to put the ball in the box. It has been all Enniscorthy for the last few minutes, and Rosslare have been riding their luck somewhat, but you know what they say, to win any cup you need a bit of luck, and it's exactly what Rosslare are getting at the moment. Saying that, as you said, still 5 minutes to go, so lots can happen between now and then. Enniscorthy with an opportunity here to overload the box. Men in, great ping delivery, and Arnke Ho gets a header away. This one is probably going to be hooked up the line, and that it is, and just takes the pressure off for a second, but
they'll have to get someone out there. They'll have to push a little bit. They can't sit deep like that for the next 5 minutes.
Johnny Dwyer down the line.
Emmett Quirk.
Rosslare need to be careful not to give away anything silly here. That's great work by Arnke Ho.
He's no one up there with him though.
He can be quite happy just to hold it up, and he does hold it up really well. And a bit of a miscommunication. I think both players thought each other were going to take it. And Enniscorthy with a chance to break. 4 men over if they can move it quickly. Lovely ball into feet. Needs to move it again. Back to Marty Kelly trying to make amends. Straight hands by Stephen Cogley straight down the pipe.
Straight down the pipe of Stephen Cogley. He's not going to beat him like that.
No, decent connection in fairness, and he got a hold of it, but it was never going to bother Stephen from there. And again, Stephen will take his time here now, and I think if you were to talk to anyone who watched the game last week, Joe, and said that Rosslare would bring Enniscorthy all the way to extra time and potentially penalties, I think you might have been laughed at and called a crazy man.
Yeah, not after last week. Anyway.
And that's not against Rosslare. I'm not saying Rosslare are not a good team, but if anyone had said it, that, like in fairness, me personally, I did think we come out here with the strength that Enniscorthy have and see something similar than we seen last week.
I was the same coming down the car. I was talking to the young fella and I said the same thing. I thought I only didn't see nothing, only an Enniscorthy win again.
Yeah, and look,
but I'm not surprised by how well Rosslare played, because you don't go the whole league unbeaten and not be a good team.
Dylan Redmond, big shout to that one being out.
That is out. The flag is finally gone up here on the corner. So
it's fantastic to see, though, a much better game of football. I know we had the joys of seeing 7 goals last week, but sometimes goals don't make a game, and the referee has done very well here. I still will question his red card decision, but I think he's done very well in letting the game flow. There hasn't been nothing malicious in it. Just a good, honest game of football. Big kick by Cogley. That one's going to bounce all the way through to Arnky Hall. Can he get on to the end of this? Big shouts for Lee Murphy to come, but he wouldn't have got there, so the defence has to deal with it.
He's done very well up there at times, hasn't he, Arnky Hall?
Yeah, because
he's been up there on his own, so I thought there was a hand raised there by one in Enniscorthy, lads.
Yeah, I think it was Alan Freeman. I think the two of them are going to be called over and just had a word, but
this will all suit Rosslare now.
Oh yeah, it's just time that's been to run down the clock.
Run down the clock now and try to get the penalties. And
yellow card shown to both players for their troubles.
Both of them are yellow. Aaron is still giving out.
Yeah, I still think he's out. I think Aaron is saying exactly what you said, that there was a raised hand there, but
to me, this looked like to me there was a hand raised there, but.
Lee Murphy to get us back underway. Can't be too long left here in
game. The game is into the last minute of normal time here, so
good tough challenge again.
He jumped in there. Liam Hutton jumped in that one.
Yeah, I think he needs to be careful, because although he got the ball, he definitely left the floor, and it was I suppose you can call it a tackle that was out of control, wasn't it? To say you leave the floor with 2 feet.
Rosslare need to keep the head switched on here now, because tempers are getting a little bit afraid here at the end, but they need to keep focus. They can't switch off now with 30 seconds to go.
An opportunity here, maybe last chance saloon for Enniscorthy to seek the nab a winner here to death. For anyone to win it at this time, be heartbreak for the opposition. Marty Kelly is probably just going to dink this one into the box, and hopefully one of his Enniscorthy teammates can get on the end of it. That's exactly what he does. Deep ball in. There it is. Oh, the winner. The winner has come.
It's that man I was saying was in line for man of the match, Emmett Quirk.
Gets his head on the end of the free kick, and that is absolute heartbreak for us there.
Found himself one-on-one with Paul Culleton and used his strength and height to steer the ball into the bottom of the net.
Very, very similar to the Courtdown equaliser last week, Joe, where there was a man left unmarked at the edge of the box. He peels in around, and only has to turn it home. The one time you could say in the whole game, Joe, that Rosslare's defensive switched off from a set piece. Yeah. And probably the one time as well that Stephen Cogley has decided not to come for a ball.
Yeah. Heartbreak at the end for Rosslare there.
Probably right on the stroke of the full time too, Joe, so I can't see there being much left. I don't even know if Rosslare will have enough time to...
The ref is looking here for the... That's heartbreak for Rosslare. Under 90 minutes performance, they deserve to take it to penalties.
Yeah, I think so. I think penalties would have been a very, very fair result. Both sides battled hard, but unfortunately it looks like it is going to be Enniscorthy here. Not unfortunately, but for Rosslare, it looks like it's going to be Enniscorthy who are going to take the win. Maybe one last chance here at the end, but a great header away, and Emmett Quirk just adds to that one, and anything in Rosslare's half now is safe for Enniscorthy.
Nick Burke there again with the header away. That's heartbreak for Rosslare.
Just goes to prove though, Joe, I know the Rosslare players are probably saying deal with one last thing, and they just switched off for 10 seconds at the back and allowed someone to steal in around. And Enniscorthy now will take all the time in the world. Nicky Murphy shouting across, telling him to take it to the corner.
Johnny Dwyer trying to hold that up there.
Yeah, he does very well, in fairness. He's not even
coming back. He's coming back out this way.
Smart.
That's
a rash
stupid.
challenge. He could see him.
That's stupid. That is.
In fairness, Joe, he's already on a yellow, Joe. He's probably quite lucky not to see a second one for that.
It's frustrating. I know that's frustration, but that's stupid. The ball out on the sideline there.
Yeah. And if you had any time whatsoever now, Joe, you've wasted it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But look, I suppose, Joe, over what chances created and stuff, Enniscorthy, you'd probably think that they deserve to be the winners. Rosslare had fought very, very hard, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough. And Enniscorthy won't be in any rush to even put
No,
this
he's
in the
looking.
box.
He doesn't want to do nothing. But just hold it in the corner there.
No, I can't see there being too much left. And it's funny because the guys in the box are shouting for it to be crossed in. I think they want to kill the game and make sure, but
you don't cross that in there, and then you
get caught on the break.
Caught on the break.
It's going to be a throw to Rosslare here. Maybe one final last chance for Rosslare here.
Is he going to give him time for one final push up the field? It's going to have to come quick though. No.
I think we're going to. The referee whistle is ready. I don't think we're going to get too much more, to be honest.
Good game of football though, Adam.
Very good game of football.
Referee's looking at their watch again. I think the whistle's going to blow on the kick out here.
I do think so.
Heartbreak for Rosslare, yeah.
And that is it. Your 2024 over 35 league champions are Enniscorthy. 2-1 after extra time. Good game of football. Unlucky to Rosslare. I suppose, Joe, from yourself, this is the end of the season now again.
It's the end of the season. Another success, our most successful season to date. I just like to say commiserations to Rosslare, but that's the double for Enniscorthy. So great game of football. But yeah, on a whole, it's been a very successful season. 16 teams, 430 players played football this summer. So
no, look, it's fantastic to see, and look, I'm sure with the success of it this season, the teams will grow next year, the numbers will grow next year, and the league will continue to grow. And I suppose from people looking from the outside, I suppose, Joe, fair dues to yourselves for keeping it going. The success that it's seen so far has been absolutely superb, giving people, I suppose, who are not necessarily fit enough anymore to play a full season the opportunity to keep playing soccer. You can see the enjoyment in the lads' faces. The competitive age is still there, so here's to many more years of success for the league.
Yeah, it's a big commitment behind the scenes. There's a lot of work goes on. I'd just like to thank Kieran Stafford there. Kieran's the secretary. Kieran's done an awful lot of work this year, and Vivian there. Vivian's our treasurer. She's Richie's daughter, who the league the league is named after. So no, a successful year, so we'd all be happy with how the year went.
Well, from myself, then Adam Doyle, from you, Joe, that's all, and we'll see you all again next year. And again, well done to Enniscorthy on their victory.
Yeah. Can I have the two teams over here for the presentation there, please? Yeah, I know. Last week, yeah. Lads, I won't keep you too long there. Just a few thank yous. I want to thank Curracloe for the use of the facilities. Thank the match officials for doing a great job on the two games. Commiserations to Rosslare, lads. That's not a nice way to lose a game, but unfortunately there has to be a winner. Congratulations to Enniscorthy. Second team in the history of the league to do the league and cup double, so it takes a good team to do that. So congratulations to Enniscorthy. I'm going to hand you over to Richie's daughter, Vivian. She's going to say a few words and then we'll do the presentations, all right?
I will start off by saying thanks to Joe, actually, and to all the members of the committee who've done a great job again this year in the 8th year of the league. So can we just all have a little round of applause for Joe and all the gang. It's very well run and a lot of effort goes into it. So thanks very much, Joe. Really appreciate it. And it's a lovely tribute to our dad. So thanks again. Well done, guys. That was a really entertaining match. Very evenly matched teams, and really enjoyed that. Fair play to the referee and to all the match officials, because there was a fair few dramatic moments as well. So kept us all on our toes, but really well done and a lovely culmination to the league. So fair play and enjoy the celebrations.
That's going to have the Rosslare captain up, and I'll give him his medals there, please. You have him there. Can I have the Enniscorthy captain, please? I have a bag for you this week, James. Man of the match. There was about 6 or 7 lads stood up. Could have been man of the match. But myself and Adam on co-commentary there. Not just for getting the winning goal, but for his overall game. I thought the man was immense. He was up and down the pitch. Emmett Quirk is the man of the match. Yeah, he does have the right one this week. James. Yeah. Can I have the Enniscorthy captain up then? Vivian will present him with the trophy. And he has to say a few words as well. Yeah, we'll get a photo when he's ready there.
I don't have a lot to say now, lads. It's the same as last week. I know it was 5-2 last week, but we knew we were in for a serious, tough game today. We didn't think we had to just turn up or anything, and we knew today was going to be a serious, tough game again. And fair play to you, it's down to 10 men. We plenty of subs and bringing them on, making it fresh, and you just kept going. You just got your goal, and we all know Rosslere's steep history in cup finals, win 5 out of 5. So we know you're never going to give up. So fair play to you. And then I'd just like to thank the White House for sponsoring us, and Nicky's going to throw us plenty of pints now. So I will see you back in the White House. Thanks very much.